Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. I think we're live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome in. We are back. Let me pause that real fast as we get started here. Great. Good to have everybody in. I'm going to go a little bit early tonight so I can get done a little bit early. Got a long day ahead of me tomorrow, so going to make it probably a short night tonight. But good to have everybody here. Welcome in. We are back for a Sunday social, and tonight we're going to be talking about none other than, you got it, Remy's Ratatouille adventure. We'll probably have a shorter stream tonight. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll have our normal polls for you guys to vote. And we'll bring it all up here in just a second. Good to have everybody in. I hope everybody had a good weekend. We had a good weekend. Thanks to all those who came out and saw the stream this morning at Magic Kingdom. Man, we were there bright and early in the morning. Jeez, I got there at probably 6:30 in the morning. Was like the second or third car parked at the parking lot at the TTC. And we had a great day. We did everything at the park today. Well, almost everything. We did Jungle Cruise. We did Pirates. We did Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We did Small World. We did Dumbo. We did TTA. And we could have done more, but Pirates was down. And not Pirates. Haunted Mansion was down. And a couple other ones were down that we couldn't do. But we had fun. We had a good day. And I hope you guys enjoyed it for those that came in. But anyway, tonight we are talking about none other than Remy's Ratatouille adventure with our Disney 101 Sunday social. So we're going to get right into that, of course, and we'll have a good time. But before we do that, we'll do a little bit of mousekeeping. Thank you to everybody. We went over 21,000. We're actually well on our way to 22,000. We're about 100 subscribers away from 22,000. We've had a really big influx the last couple weeks. Some videos have taken off. I don't know if we're hitting the algorithm really well or what it is, but we're really close to 22,000. So thank you to all those who have subscribed. I appreciate you all coming as part of the Disney family. So that's been great. Couple things real fast. Don't forget about our 2 meetups. We are having some Mouse Talk meetups. We have Saturday, November 8th, 10 a.m. at Disney Springs. And, of course, if you can't make that one, February 7th at Disney Springs. Right up by the, again, I have to do this every time. The location's right up by Disney Springs. In Disney Springs, up by House of Blues. Right in between the House of Blues and the Cirque du Soleil area right there. If you think you're going to make it, I would ask you to kindly send us an email at askmousetalk@gmail.com to which one you think you're going to make, because we're hoping to have a little gift for those folks that are coming. So I want to make sure I have enough. You know, we want to make sure we have a good head count for those folks that are going to make it out. We're going to have fun. We're going to chit chat. We'll talk. We'll take pictures. It'll be a good time. And maybe we'll do some other stuff afterwards. So I hope you guys can make it. Just send us an email again to askmousetalk@gmail.com for our meetups. All right, good to have everybody here. Let's see who's in the chat. Again, I know we went about 10 minutes early. I apologize, but I'm just glad everybody's here. We're going to have fun tonight. 27 people, 38 likes already. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Who is here? Animal Zone's here. Good to see you. John Curry, JM, Tara Enders, Beverly Wildman, Scott Rowe, Jeannie's in the house. Jeannie 52573. Vicky Pauly is here. Puddin's in the house. Vera Mikes says the new Remy area in Epcot's France Pavilion is beautiful. The music is amazing, as well as the crepes. There you go. Dan, 820 Chief, in the house. Susan Bridges is here. Monica Odiette, Emily LSU Mom, Kim Daniels, and Diana are in the house to start. All right. Good to have everybody in. Hope everybody's doing well. There's Vicky, all smiles as well. Good to have you here. Kimberly Hazard's in the chat as well. Of course, everybody knows the Halloween parties have started. Friday night was the first one. Tonight is the next one. And I think Charlie and Stacey and Disney Nerd Herders are live at the party getting ready to watch the parade, which is going to start at 8:15. And so if you guys want to have maybe their stream on while you're here with us, that'd be great. Go help our friends and kind of support them. We'd appreciate it. But it looked like, for the most part, the Halloween parade, or not parade, but the Halloween party was the same as it always is, which is fine. You know, I have no problem with that. I get it. You know, not going to change it every year for us, the locals that go all the time. You know, it's going to be the same a lot because, people are coming for the first time, so it's new to them. But I did like that they added Mother Gothel to it. I thought that was cool. John Surfbum, welcome in. John the Bee, welcome in. I did like that. I thought that was a really good idea that they added her, and they put Jafar down on the ground, so he's still in the parade, but he's walking instead of being up on the float at the end there. So I thought that was really neat. And they added a couple of extra dancers with the characters at the end. The villain characters, a couple of girls dressed in the orange, almost looking like pumpkins, kind of, with the hat, fedoras on their heads. I guess that's a fedora hat. I don't even know. But what did you guys think of the Halloween part? Everything else looked like it was the same. They did say they were going to add some characters to some of the trick-or-treat trails. I don't know if they really did as much as I thought they were going to do, or as much as I was hoping they were going to do. I did see that PhilharMagic had a character. They had Donald dressed as whatever he dresses up as over there, which is neat. But I just, maybe they'll have more in other places. But I don't know. I thought they would have more than that. Maybe they do, and I just didn't see it. I'll find out on the night we go. What's up, Jeanette? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. First time in. Nice meeting you. Sebastian the Crab. Very nice. And I will say, I was there today, and you guys saw it. They did a lot more decorating this year. More decorations over by Winnie the Pooh. More decorations in Frontierland. They had a lot of Halloween decorations down there. Storybook Circus had some decorations as well. I really like that they did that. I thought that was a really good idea. I hope they do that with the rest of the park at Christmas time too. I actually would like to see more Christmas trees around the parks. I know they have the one giant tree down in the down by Town Square, but you could put some Christmas trees in some other areas too. Who dat Dave? Welcome in. He says the Halloween parade used to have about 20 girls dressed country and western during a dance, and now it has replaced it with scarecrows. Yeah, I know. I kind of missed that as well. As a guy. I'll be a little chauvinistic for a minute. But, yeah, I know. They got rid of that part, too. I was like, man, that's too bad. But, yeah, they did. Well, the scarecrows were there last year. Dave, the scarecrows were there last year. It was the year before was the last time we saw them in the hoedown cowgirl and cowboy outfits. Stephanie Danielle, welcome in. But anyway, it is what it is. I don't know. I think the parade is probably I don't know. I guess at some point we'll have to talk about that. Funny that you remember exactly what I'm talking about. Of course I do, Dave. Anyway, now I lost my train of thought. Thanks, Dave. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Oh, talking about parades. Favorite parade. I don't know I think it's probably still going to have to be the Halloween parade. I like the Disney Starlight Parade. Don't get me wrong. I do. I like it. But I think I still like the Halloween parade a little bit more. The Christmas parade needs a little bit of I don't know. Something about the Christmas parade needs to be a little bit different. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, it's just soda. Or so you think. But, all right, let's get into tonight. Tonight, we are talking about the one, the only, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So let's get into this. They did have characters in treat locations. Good, Vicky, good. All right, so Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, it opened October 1st, 2021. So it's only been at Disney for about 4 years now. It's, of course, a trackless ride. And it was stemmed from the ride over in Disneyland Paris, if I'm not mistaken. Disneyland Paris had it first. They brought it over to us. And I'm pretty sure, and again, by the way, I got this video from WDW4K, so kudos to them. I want to shout them out. I think the holiday parades need a refresh, personally. I think the Christmas one does, for sure, Jeanette. I think the new Starlight Parade should have more dancers between floats. I think, Diana, the Disney Starlight Parade should have more characters between floats. But that's just me. Please don't die, Matt. Yeah, Matt, don't die. All right, let's go. Heather Springer, welcome in. Good to see you. I know I started a little bit early. What's up, Gregory? Welcome in, buddy. So let's get into this a little bit. Again, I think it's actually a clone of the ride over in Disneyland Paris. I think it's almost the exact same ride. John Curry, welcome in. Almost to the letter. So, I remember when they announced that they were going to get this, I was really excited about it. I saw online on YouTube some of the videos of the one over in Disneyland Paris, and I was really excited about it. I was like, hey, this could be really, really cool, And so we went and we watched it, and I thought that was great. And then it got here, and we wrote it early on, and we'll get into a little bit about that. But let's get into what we always talk about. We'll start with the queue, okay? Let's talk about the ride queue itself. What do you guys think of the ride queue? Remy's ride queue. I'm going to give you the queue first. Is it bad? Is it okay? Is it good? Or is it great? What do you guys think about the queue for Remy's? There it is in the chat. Have at it. Go ahead and vote. Good, great, okay, nope, it's a bad queue. And trust me, Disney has some that are bad. But I want to hear what you guys think of this ride queue. I'm going to put mine up on the board right now, what I think of it. I think it's a good queue. I do. I think it's a good queue. I don't think it's a great queue. But I do think it's a good queue. I think it's better than okay. I think there's certain aspects of it I like. If somebody puts okay, I could totally understand why you would put that. But for me, I think this is a good queue. I like it. I do. I really think it's a lot of fun, and it gives you something to look at, especially when you go through the one area where you look like you're outside. I don't mind it. Vero Mike's welcome in. Remy is an instant classic. I was lucky to be there October 1st. There you go. You got to do it. Haven't ridden the ride. Really, Emily? Oh, you have to get over there and ride it. Christmas parade needs better music. The Halloween parade music is so good, catchy, fun. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that, Diana. You're right. Matt, welcome in. I think the ride queue is good. I actually was almost going to say okay. I don't think it's a great ride queue at all. I think there's aspects of it. Outside it's just your normal switchback. You get inside, they've got some stuff. I think it's a good queue. I don't think it's great. That's just my opinion. I want to know what you guys, say. Hey, Mike, welcome in. And I think most of you guys agree. And I understand it. For the 31% that say it's okay, totally get it. You're right. I could see. I almost put it as okay because I don't think it's a great queue. And there are those rides out there. Those queues when you get them. Would you change anything in the queue? Yes, Kimberly, I would. There's a couple areas in that one area where you kind of go around and all they have in it is just wallpaper, that red wallpaper. That's a waste of a space. And I think the queue could be a little bit more when they go into the area where they have like the food or whatever that was. I haven't been on it in so long. I almost kind of don't remember it. I think it could be a little bit better done, but it's not terrible. But yeah, that's what I think. That's the ride queue itself. I think it's good. I don't think it's great. Brandy Baez, welcome in. But now let's talk about, and as you guys can see it's up on the board right now. Let's talk about the ride itself. Okay? Same thing. I'm going to put it up on the board. The ride. Is it bad? Is it okay? Is it good? Or is it great? And here you go. This is where you guys are going to vote. Tara Ender says, I haven't rode the ride yet because the last time we were there, the wait was so long. We're planning on coming next year, and I'll definitely ride it then. Good, Tara. Good. You should. All right. Now, this is where I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about this ride itself? The ride. Bruce, welcome in. Sir Euchre, I like the part of the queue that's indoors because of the AC. I totally get it. Douglas Bailey, welcome in. Hey, Will, welcome in, buddy. So here's my opinion on the ride itself. I think the ride's good. I like the ride. The 3D aspect of it itself is okay. Like what we're watching right now, the 3D aspect of it is fine. I don't get sick from it. I don't get nauseous. I think that part's okay. I like the actual practical effects of this ride, like when you're underneath the push cart and you see the wheels, or when you're in the when you're in the pantry and you have all the giant food in the giant refrigerator. That aspect of the ride I absolutely love. The 3D part of it is fine, like this part at the end where they have the tables and all that. I love that aspect of it. I wish they did more of it. Screens are becoming the norm in rides, and I kind of wish it wasn't to an extent. It's okay to have it there as, to me, I always thought screens were more of a complementary part of a ride. It shouldn't be the main part of the ride. And I think part of that is why I really like the Forbidden Journey over at Universal so much. The majority of that are practical effects, or practical things you can touch, and I like that. I like that they use real, they have the screens, but they're not. It's just a complement to the actual practical effects of the ride. Same thing with the new Monsters Unchained over there. Most of that are animatronics, practical effects. It's not screens. I think that's important. But I do like this ride. I think this ride is really, really good in a lot of respects. In general terms of rides, it's very impressive, says Bruce. Makes me a little motion sick, says Stephanie. I totally get it. And that's how it is for some folks. I'm going to turn that off as they are done. Too many screens, says Animal Zone. I tend to agree. Alex Prince, welcome in. Good to see you. I love the fact that the disabled ride car has a separate pull away so we don't stop the whole ride when loading and unloading the ride vehicles, unlike, for example, Haunted Mansion. Yeah, well, I like that too. Mark F., welcome in. Well done ride. It is, Mark. I think overall this ride is done really, really. It's good. It's a good ride. It's not a great ride to me. There are great rides, and we're eventually going to get to them. Diana says, I think the ride's okay if you're sitting in the back seat and someone taller than you sits in the front seat. It's just not as enjoyable, hard to see. Yep. Hanging with the teens. Cool. Only been on it once and thought it was good, says Victor. Victor, welcome in, you and Janet. I do. I like this ride. It's a good ride. It's a fun ride. I think the kids will love it. There are aspects of it that are really cool. I really love the practical effects of it. Like I said, I think it's amazing. I think it's done well in that respect. But now let's kind of talk about the thing we always talk about. Is the juice worth the squeeze? How long are we waiting for this ride? Are you going to wait 10 to 20 minutes? How long are you waiting? You're down there on vacation. It's time. You're going to ride around. Jeff Condon, welcome in. How long are you waiting? A, B, C, or D? A, 10 to 20. B, 20 to 30. 30 to 40, 40 or more. I'll put it in the chat and then I'll give you mine. Thinking about how long it takes to ride this ride, and somebody just said it earlier. Right? Somebody said they were down there and the line was just too long. So here it is. Is the juice worth the squeeze? How long are you waiting for this ride? 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 or more. How long will you wait to ride Remy's? And taking into effect, it's a long line. It really is. It's a very popular ride over at Epcot. And another thing, too, Epcot doesn't have a ton of rides. It really doesn't. It's got like 9 rides over there. No more than 45 minutes for Vera Mike. Well, then there you go. You're going to say 40 or more. Diana's right. It does have a single rider line. Okay, so for me, is the juice worth the squeeze? This is what I'm waiting. I'm going to wait 20 to 30. So for me, it's 20 to 30 minutes. I'm not waiting any more than that. Even if I'm coming down on vacation. Okay, let's say I still live in Maryland. We're only down once a year, right? I'm not going to wait more than 20 to 30 minutes for this ride. Brandy says, as long as I get a chocolate crepe after, I will ride it anytime. Wondering, hey, what's up, Jason Kuchera? Welcome in. Good to see you. I didn't see a 0 to 10 minute option. No, it's not. 10 to 20 would be you, Matt. That's funny. Mike says right at 30 minutes. The queue itself is tough. Yeah, it can be for sure, Jeff. After one ride, I'm good. So no more than 10 to 20 for Animal Zone. There you go. I like this ride. I do. I like it if it's 20, 25, 30 minutes, I'll wait. I will. I like it enough for that. I would wait. But if we're pushing 35, 40, 45 or more, which is, be honest with you, I hate to say it, the norm. It really is. That's the norm. I'm probably not waiting. I'm just not. I'm not going to wait that kind of time. Hey, 61 of you in here. Guys, hit that like button. We're trying to get to 100. Just not going to do it. And it's not something, I'm going to get to what Bruce is saying in a minute. I'm not going to rope drop it. It's just not that important to me. Bruce says we rope drop it to get the shortest wait most trips because we don't want the long wait on a ride that isn't our favorite as much as it is just popular. Yeah, it is popular. And that's the other thing. And that's where, Bruce, I think you're right. You have to make that tough decision. Is it the ride you want to rope drop? Do you like it that much? Or do you need to ride it that much that you need to get over there right away? And for me, I'm not going to rope drop it. I'm just not. But you do, and I totally get why you do, Bruce. And it's a good thing to do. Worst part is that queue outside is right in the blazing. It is, and that's why I don't understand why they don't have it all. Why isn't it all covered out there? They could cover it. Bill says 10 to 20. Dave says, I want to get that grilled ice cream sandwich at France, whatever it's called. It sounds delicious. I don't know what that is. Unfortunately, it's usually always 30 plus minute wait. Yeah, it definitely is. Dakota, welcome in. Good evening, Walt. I always enjoy your live streams. Thank you. Well, Dakota, thank you. Good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. And I think most people agree with me. They're going to wait 20 to 30. I'll do it. Steve, Stardio Studios, welcome in. Of course, my phone still won't let me know when Mouse Talk goes live. Don't worry about it. Yeah, and Bruce, that's exactly right. Every single time, if I'm coming to the parks and I'm staying on property and I can rope drop a ride, what am I rope dropping? I'm rope dropping Guardians. Right? Because although that is, when we get to that ride, we'll talk about that. But yeah, I'd rather rope drop that one. Because that's the one I don't want to miss. Anyway. All right, so there we go. So we talked, and I think for the most part, 56% of you guys agree with me. 20 to 30 minutes is going to be the best for this. All right, let's go. Let me get all this off of here. Next up, merchandise. They have merchandise for this ride. They do. It's outside. You don't exit into a merchandise store, but there is merchandise for Remy's. And I want to know what you guys think of the merchandise. Do you like it? Is it bad? Is it okay? Is it good? Or is it great? What do you guys think about the merchandise? And you can get it in a couple different places. There you go. Merchandise. Bad, okay, good, great. What do you guys think on the merchandise side of things? I'll tell you what I think personally. I think the merchandise is good. I think they do a good job with the merchandise. You can get it over in the France Pavilion over by La Halle, over there to the right. And then they also have a little kiosk coming in or going in or coming out of the ride. They have that little kiosk there. They have some really fun stuff. They have some shirts. They have the hat you can wear. They have little Remy you can put on your shoulder or shoulder pal. They have some cook stuff. I know they have an apron that says anyone can cook. I think the merchandise on this ride is good. I don't think it's great, but I do think it's good. It could be great. They could make it even better if they wanted to. But I do like what they do with the merchandise on this ride. Dave says France brioche sandwich by taking a... Oh, nice. Okay. It's okay. At least there's something you can get to remember the ride. Exactly. I think that's right, Victor. The rat in the hat thing was clever. It was, Bruce. I think so too. And it sold really well early on. It really did. I've never seen any of the merch. Really, Steve? Yeah, they have a kiosk out there. If you go into to the France Pavilion, again, back by La Halle, in there they have it. They do. I rope drop Spaceship Earth. Thank you, Phoenicians. Amen. Penny, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, just like Brandy's saying, see? Lounge flies. Yes, Heather. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I think they do. I think the merchandise on this ride is good. I think they do a nice job with it. For what they have, I'm actually kind of surprised. Maybe I guess they thought it wasn't going to be that big of a hit. I was actually surprised that they didn't build a store to come out of for that ride. Because like Winnie the Pooh has one, and I get it. Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, all them, Tigger, Eeyore, they're all really big characters. But I don't know, not to beat a dead horse here, but I like the merchandise. I think the merchandise is good. Amy and Sadie got tickets to the party tonight. Again. They went Friday also. Oh, that's right. They're in town. I forgot. Good. I'm glad they're there, Bill. I hope they're having fun. Wow, that's not cheap. But anyway, yeah, I agree with you guys. I think 50% say okay, 40% say good. It's like rat and patooey, which does not sound delicious. No, it doesn't, Joe. Welcome in, Joe. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you and Michelle and the girls are doing well. I like it not enough to buy it, but I like it. Alex Prince says, I get it. Yeah. And to be honest with you, Alex, I'm the same way. I don't think there's a lot of it that I can actually sit there and say, oh my God, I love it. I have to get it. I don't. But when I'm looking at it just like objectively, I think they do a good job with the merch. All right, let me end that. All right, here we go. Now, the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to this. And then I'm going to go into another subject here. The importance of this ride to Epcot. Right? Epcot, Disney turns around the mark. Joseph Dion, welcome in. Off topic, did you get to spend time with Pete today? I did, Jeff. Yes, I did get to spend time with him. Spent about an hour with him. He had to head out at 11. That's why at 10 o'clock I ended the stream, because he had to head out at 11 to go to the airport. Yeah, I got to spend an hour with him, his son Preston, and Steve from Steve's World was there. So that was nice. Tim Dietrich, welcome in. And Steve and I were parked at the TTC, so we got to ride the monorail together and talk a little bit more afterwards. So that was nice. I got a picture too. We had a good time. Thanks for asking. All right, so what's the importance of this ride to Epcot? Right? Bob Iger turns around tomorrow and says, you know what? Remy's Ratatouille is going to go away. Well, how do you guys feel about this? A, nah, won't miss it. B, I'm a little sad, but I'm sure whatever they replace it with is going to be better. C, I'm upset. I am upset, but in time I'll get over it. Or D, I am really upset. No way. We're not getting rid of this ride. I am chaining myself to this ride. It's not going anywhere. So how important is it? I'm just going to put A, B, C, or D. And you guys tell me, how important is this ride to Epcot? Sadie bought the tickets for tonight. Nice, Bill. That's nice. A, B, C, or D. How do you guys feel about this? Disney turns around tomorrow and says, you know what? Remy's is going away, everybody. What do you think? Well, make sure you vote, Joseph. That's why the poll's out there, buddy. Just pick one. There's mine. B. I'd be a little sad, but I'm sure whatever they replace it with is going to be better. This is not a staple to that park. It's not Living with the Land. It's not Spaceship Earth. It's not, it's not Frozen. It's not Guardians of the Galaxy. Remy's is fine. I like Remy's. But if they were to turn around tomorrow and say, hey, it's going away, I'd be a little sad. But for the most part, I'm sure whatever replaces it's going to be better or just the same. But a lot of you say you'd be upset, and I get it. I don't think this ride adds or detracts for Epcot. It's not important enough. Alex, I agree. Burn it and replace it with Quasimodo's Bell Tower Bash. I don't love it enough to miss it, says Kimberly. I wrote it once. I'm good, says Vicky. Brandy says, more rides needed. Don't take anything away. It's important. Instant Classic, says Vera Mike. There you go. Okay. Matt says, Crystal and I finally wrote it for the first time. in years this past trip. It was fun, but I won't miss it. We usually don't hang in France anyway. I get you. Jason says, I think us folks that go often wouldn't miss it much, but for rare visitors, it's probably a big ride for kiddos. I got you. And you're right, and there's not a lot of rides for kids over in Epcot. Animals don't say I like the ride, but would like to see a better ride with animatronics and some excitement to it. The juice is not worth the squeeze, says Joe. Joe, I totally get it, man. I do. I would be upset because it takes some of the crowds from Guardians. Exactly, Matt. Once a trip is plenty for me, says Bill. They could replace it with Beauty and the Beast. Stacy, that's a great point. Let me just say this because I think you make a valid point there. Everybody says 36% Stacy. I'm going to run a minute with what Stacy just said. I don't understand. If anybody ever gets a chance, go watch the I think is it Tokyo Disneyland and Sea? I think it's Tokyo Disneyland. They have a new Beauty and the Beast ride that looks absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. The one, I don't know how they do the one effect that they do at the end. It's unbelievable. They could have put the Beauty and the Beast ride that they have over in, again, I don't know if it's Shanghai or Tokyo. It's in one of those two parks. Go watch the video on this ride. It's incredible. I don't understand why they didn't put that there. Because Beauty and the Beast is France. You know that because they have a show there. They could have easily put, it's in Tokyo. Thank you, Victor. Or somebody says Shanghai, somebody says Tokyo. I'm not sure which one it is. But whoever's got it, I'm jealous. Because it's unbelievable. And that last effect at the end there, I don't even know how they do that. But it's cool. And it's the effect where, I don't want to give it away, but it's with the Beast when he changes. And I don't know how they do that. But they could have easily put that ride there. And I'm sorry they didn't. European visitors wouldn't miss it as they most likely would if they rode at Disneyland Paris. There you go. We didn't know the Beauty and the Beast show was even there until recently. That sing-along was so fun. There you go, Matt. Like the sing-along. See? Very good. What's up, Roberto? Horizons 1 Chapeco. Welcome in. But anyway, I don't remember where it is. That ride is fantastic, Kim. It really is. I don't know which park it is. It's either Shanghai or Tokyo. It's not Hong Kong. I can promise you that. It's not Hong Kong Disneyland. It's either Tokyo or Shanghai. I don't remember which one it is. But anyway, it's a great ride. All right. Well, there you go, gang. I think we all agree that for the most part, Remy's is a good ride. Right? Not a great ride. It's a good ride. It's a ride we like. We don't love it. It's cool if we can ride it and we don't have to wait too long. We're going to ride it. The merchandise is fun. Maybe if something sticks out, maybe we'll buy it. But for the most part, it's fine. And I totally agree. 100%. But, yeah, Tokyo Disney. Yeah, it's Tokyo Disneyland. Yeah, Kim, that right. You guys get a chance later. Go watch that. Hey, 76 likes. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. So let's pick for next Sunday what ride. Yeah, Animal Zone, they are treated better. It's something to do when you are there. Yeah, I wish I was going there. What a ride are we going to watch or talk about next week? Nope, we're not doing that one. I'm picking another one. All right, let's see. I dropped it. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Okay. All right. Figment. That says Figment. Journey into Imagination. Figment next week. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Figment next week over at Epcot. So we're staying in Epcot next week. We're going to talk about Figment. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to have a lot to talk about about Figment. JM, welcome in. So next week, Figment, Journey into Imagination over at Epcot. We're going to talk about it. And that ought to be fun. Jason, you're funny. Hey, you want to switch places? Fine. You guys can win 2 out of 3 in Baltimore, but we'll switch records and let's see. It's one series, buddy. Don't worry about it. Anyway, Figment next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. You just made me happy. Good, Douglas. I'm glad. I did want to talk briefly about a couple things. Pete and Doug talked about this on Friday. They talked about streaming in the parks. I wanted to kind of put my 2 cents in on this for what it's worth. You guys know how I am with rants when it comes to streamers. You know, there's a couple streamers out there that I guess are kind of pushing buttons. Find the fun. Welcome in. Guardians are playing pretty good. There's some streamers out there that, you know, I guess are pushing some buttons with folks, and just your everyday guests are kind of complaining about streamers and things like this. Here's what I'll say about streaming as someone who does it. Okay? I think there's a certain level of, and I got to be honest with you, and I'm probably going to ruffle some feathers here. I don't care if you're new or if you've been doing it for a long time. You have to go into streaming with a certain level of respect for everyone around you. And everybody should go into streaming with some sort of knowledge. How you gain that knowledge is up to you. I gained it by watching others, seeing how they do it, what they do, what they don't do, what I like about what they do, what I don't like about what they do, what I thought was good, what I thought was bad before I started streaming in the parks. Okay? But, and you learn from that. You learn certain technical things you can do, this, that, or the other. But the biggest thing you have to remember with any kind of streaming is you have to be respectful of others around you. And I think this is I bring it up because streamers are going to get a bad rap for the most part, because I think most of us do it the right way. Try to keep our cameras away from people. We try to be quiet. We're not too obnoxious about it. I know we're not. We are very quiet. Look, I'm very humble for the most part when it comes to our channel, but I am going to pat myself on the back for a minute. We're extremely humble. We try to be very respectful, very considerate, and very quiet. We want to be invisible when we're in the parks for other folks. That's why we sit in the back. That's why we talk. When we're talking on rides, I'll give you guys an idea. When I'm talking on the rides, if it sounds like I'm talking normal, I'm really not. This is what I'm doing. Here's my mic. I'm this close to the mic talking to you guys when I'm talking on the rides. It's not far away to the point that I have to scream. It might sound loud to you, but in person, I'm really doing this, but I'm right next to the mic. So I think that's important that people remember that. And there are people out there that don't do that, and we don't promote. Out of all my trips, I've never seen a single person streaming. It wouldn't bug me if I did. If I live there, I'll be doing it. I get it. Streamers are fine if they are courteous, says Kim. Streamers pushing buttons, gossip time. Bruce says, it is generally pretty hard to spot and find the streams in Walt Disney World. Walt, you two do a wonderful job at being respectful. Oh, thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. Live streamers or vloggers, courteous counts. Right, no, it doesn't matter. You're courteous. You have to be courteous. And there are people out there, look, if you want to promote your channel and you want to ask, hey, send us a PayPal, this, that, or the other. Whoever wants to do your thing. We don't do that here. That's why we never talk about it. We're very, very, very gracious and very grateful for everybody that sends us a PayPal or a super chat or whatever you do. It's never expected, but always highly, highly grateful for those. But there are those that are out there that will promote it. And there are other people that are very loud in the parks, and they'll go around saying, hey, I'm such and such channel. Go ahead and subscribe. We're not doing that. But the problem is it's going to give people it's going to give us a bad name. And it's just important that when anybody ever streams, whoever you are, if you're love watching people stream and you're like, wow, hey, I can do that. You can do it. You absolutely can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. But educate yourself on how to do it. And please remember that there are people that paid their money, just like you did, to be in that park, and they have an experience that they want to have. And we don't want to ruin it. That's all. Nate Nashville, you and Melissa do a great job. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Matt. He says, you and Melissa do great. Wish others would follow your lead. Love you guys. Well, that's very nice, you guys. And this isn't about, I appreciate all the comments, and that's not what this is about. It's more about educating. Nobody's going to watch this. That's another streamer. But if you are somebody that wants to stream in the future, what I would say is, again, just first and foremost, remember where you are. Remember, it's a magical time for these folks. And just be courteous and respectful as best you can. That's all. I get it. You're there to do a job. You're trying to get content. Totally get it. But you can do that, and you can still be respectful, and you can still be courteous about it. And that's the thing that some folks tend to forget. And part of that is because, and I'm going to read comments in a minute. Part of that is because I think, and I told Pete this on his stream the other day, it's their only job. It's how they make money. Period. This is all they do. See, I work during the week. I work 40 hours, 45 hours a week. This is just second to us. We just do it for fun to be with you guys and have a good time with it. People that are doing it for a living are going to go a little further. They're going to maybe dip that toe over the line a little bit. Maybe go a little further because this is how they make their living. If that makes does that make sense? We had to be watching the stream to find Mouse Talk in the parks. Sounds like a CM on the tram. Thanks, JM. Appreciate it. You and Melissa do a very good job of being courteous, respectful, boundary. Yeah, thanks, Joe. I appreciate that. But Ryan F., welcome in. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it, guys. Diana said, what I like about Mouse Talk is it's just Walt and Melissa live streaming. They're not with a bunch of other people trying to live stream and interact with each other. It is for the fun. That's exactly right, Kim. Here, it's funny you said that, Diana. I'll give you guys a little insight into me. You, Diana, really hit the nail on the head for me. Victor, I got to say, Victor said, I video everything on my tiny camcorder and I do it respectfully, especially when I'm filming down shows. Yeah, exactly, Victor. That's exactly right. You and Melissa are kind to ask if someone wants to be on the stream or not. That's the other thing, too. You have to ask first. Don't just automatically put them on stream. They don't like that. I mean, if I'm coming off a ride and you're standing right there, I can't do anything about it. But once I interact with you, I'm going to move the camera away. Anyway, that's just me. Hold on. I got to go back up to that comment. I meant it. Oh, talking about with other people. When we stream, this is going to sound bad. I don't want you guys taking this the wrong way. When we stream, I don't like having people with us when we stream. I don't like having people with us when we stream. That's why if you ever notice, whenever we stream, very seldom is anybody with us. Or very seldom when we meet people, do we say, hey, come hang with us. I don't want to do that. And it's not because I'm being mean. It's because I can't give my attention fully to both. And that's not fair to one or the other. If I am on stream and we have people with us, I'm going to focus on the stream. Well, that's not fair to the people that are with us. But if I'm streaming and I focus on the people that are with us, that's not fair to you guys who are on the stream. I can't do both, and it's not fair. So that's why we don't do it. That's why we're not when we do the Halloween party on the 9th of September. I'm not streaming it because we're going to be there with a lot of friends. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. And it's not to be, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just not fair. So there's no doubt if they rely on it for income, they have to push the limits some or they become just another. Right, exactly, Joe. Knowing how YouTube pays out, I think if you do it for a living, you better do it a lot and be very gracious. Yeah, exactly, Jason. Always wonder how your gear picks up you and Melissa talking to us. If it was a clip or a mic or the mic from your camera. It's just a mic. It's a mic from the camera. I'm a big mouth anyway, Steve. I can project my voice. Melissa's very soft-spoken. That's why it's a lot of times harder to hear her. Shannon Blankenship, welcome in. She says, I'm not going to say who, but this particular streamer always focused in on, forgive me, the pretty girls. He would stay watching them forever, never watch them again. Rude. Yeah, Shannon, that's a problem for sure. That's a little creepy, actually, but Steve says, no special guests on your streams. I get that. You have to concentrate on the stream. Yes, again, I know that sounds bad. It's not. We love people coming up. Matt, you've come up to us. Matt M. and Lovely Ocean Eyes. Crystal has come up to us. Heather's been there. Has come up when I was streaming before. We love that. Don't get me wrong. Always come up and say hello. Please. Definitely come up and say hello. We want to come up. We want to talk to you. We want to interact with you. We want to get pictures. We want to know you. It's not about that. It's just, it's not fair for me to have you guys there for a long period of time and then I'm not even talking to you. What's the fun in that? You know? So that's why. Consistency, sincerity, and interaction with the viewers. It is key, Dave, in a lot of ways. So anyway, if you're ever thinking about streaming, just those are the things I always say. And I hope that it doesn't cost us because there's been talk that Disney might start cracking down to the point where they might say no more live streaming. And that's kind of a bummer because I know a lot of you guys aren't going to be able to get down here ever. And this is a way of living vicariously through us so you can see the parks and you can see the live streams and you can see the parades live instead of having to watch a video later. And, you know, that's the key. Yeah, and Joe, it is. You're watching the camera, you're watching the chat, you're watching the people around you. You know, you're trying to watch wait times. Where are you going? You want to make sure you get, it's a lot. And then to add on top of that, other folks with you, it wouldn't be fair. Jeff says, my view, it's difficult to engage with any streamer when they have a bunch of friends with them. It feels like eavesdropping. Yeah, Jeff, and again, to each their own. Everybody streams differently. There are a lot of people out there that have a ton of people with them when they stream. And that's perfectly fine. And it works for them. And if they're okay with it and you're okay with it watching the streams, that's all that matters. It's just for me, I would rather focus on the chat. Or if I have folks with us, I'd rather focus on them. You guys are there to share the wonderful experience. It's not a commercial endeavor. The reason, yeah, thank you, Animals. I appreciate that. I appreciate and respect that outlook. Well, yeah, Kim, and that's the key. And it sounds terrible. I hope that doesn't deter anybody from coming up and saying hello to us, please. You know, we could always schedule things on the outside and say, hey, we're coming down. We'd love to see you guys. If people do that all the time. If you're coming down and you want to see us, we could see you after the stream for a while or maybe before the stream for a while. It's always time for that kind of stuff. Don't ever think you're never impeding on us. I'm just giving you insight. That's all. Vicky says, how about one ride? A Small World sing-along. Do I have to be streaming to do that, Vicky? I could still do that with you. And we don't have to stream it. I guess if you want to stream it, we could. Yeah, that could be fun, though. Yeah, doing it while we're streaming. That would be okay. That kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if people want to hang out for a ride or two, but like if I'm going for 4 hours, you don't want to be spending time with us for 4 hours and nobody's talking to you. We met you guys the first time. They are very generous and very nice to talk with. Thanks, Douglas. I appreciate that. Yeah, Vicky, I know. I do. I want to do the Small World ride with you. That was funny. I know Walt 30 years now. He's as genuine as they come. Thanks, Joe. Always enjoy all the streams, but Sunday morning is the best. Thanks, Nate. Sunday morning's kind of our thing, you know, for us. I mean, Jeff does his thing on Sundays too with Animal Kingdom, which a lot of people love. And I'm so happy for them. He's got a real niche with that. And, you know, we have our niche on Sunday mornings at Magic Kingdom. It's a lot of fun. Oh, Chris, no problem at all. No problem at all, buddy. But, yeah, no, it's been a pleasure meeting so many folks. We've done it again. Let's see if I can show you the picture with Pete. You guys asked me about Pete today. Some of you guys can see that. There's me, Steve, Pete, and Preston today. So got to hang out with them for the hour. That was a lot of fun. No, Brandy, not at all. And again, I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way. I shouldn't even have brought it up. Brandy, that was great. No, Brandy says, I truly apologize for our shared safari ride. If our shared safari ride was a hard step, but you did help make a lifetime memory for me and my boys. No, not at all. That's okay. I think you guys are misinterpreting what I mean by that. I don't want you guys to not come up and spend time with us if I'm streaming it. It's just, I'll do it. It just makes it that much harder. I feel bad because then I'm like, I'm streaming and I'm talking to the stream and I'm not paying attention with you. It's not that we don't like to do it. I love it when you guys come up, and you're more than welcome to hang with us if you want. It just makes it's hard for me because then I feel bad because I'm talking to the stream and I'm not really talking to you guys. That's all. Matt says, you guys are great. I just wish we had thought to plan to have a meal after we met you. Silly sounding, but we were starstruck. You and Melissa are our celebrities. Thanks, Matt. Matt, if you guys are ever back down, send us a message on Instagram. We'll see if we can work something out for sure. John AB, welcome in. I still think just one streamception with a bunch of them converging at one point needs to happen. I don't know what that means, Bruce. What do you mean by that? What's a streamception? I'm not sure what you mean. Like everybody streaming at the same time and everybody getting together, like Jeff and Angela, Charlie and Stacy, Myers and the Mouse, Steve's World. You mean like everybody stream at the same time and come together? I don't know how well that would work. But anyway, what do I know? I only find you one of these times. I know, Jeanette. One of these days we're going to meet, girl. That would be amazing. You seem like a nice person. But then again, it is the internet. I'm just kidding. Boy, do I need a haircut. Look at how long my hair is, gang. I mean, all the streamers converge at one place, just intersect for a moment. Well, Bruce, on our meetup on November 8th and February 7th, I've invited Ron and Meredith. I've invited Jeff and Angela. I told Steve about it today. You know, some of them might be there. You never know. Donna and Richard know about it. Hopefully they'll make one of them. Yeah, Pat, I know. Yeah, I get it now. I get what they mean. Maybe, I mean, that would be something that somebody has to head up and everybody would have to be on board. But that's a good idea. I'm trying your hard to... Jeff, I'm sorry. I know we still want to meet you. We haven't met you yet. So, anyway. But no, it's been our pleasure, gang. I just want everybody to know that. And I brought up the whole thing with the streaming because, you know, there's been rumblings out there of people starting to complain to Disney. And hey, Dylan, welcome in. We don't want to lose streaming. Look, if streaming goes away tomorrow for us, it's sad because... No, actually, it's not sad. I'm going to take that back. If streaming went away in the parks, it is... I don't know. This is confusing to me. If streaming goes away in the parks, it's sad because you guys can't see the parks live. You can't see the parties. You can't see the fun. You can't see the morning streams, this, that, and the other. I'll still have this. We'll still have home live streams where I can talk to everybody and interact and get personal and have that, you know, that intimate setting that we have here. That won't ever go away. But what would be sad is not having you guys be able to see the parks. Well, that's the reason why I was going to say it's not sad, because we'd still have this. But if the streaming went away in the parks, that could be tough for you guys, because then you don't get to see all the stuff. Yeah, in a way, Disney would lose the... Well, if they banned... I agree with that, Stacy. I think you have a good point with that. I think Disney loves the streamers to an extent because it's free advertising. Absolutely. Free advertising for Disney every day of the week. They get free advertising by all these streamers going out and showing the parks and this, that, and the other. But if they got rid of streaming, they'd still have the free advertising. It would just be in the way of vlogs. Because vlogs and streaming are two totally different things. And that's the key. But I don't think it'll happen because I just don't know how Disney would police that. Walt's right. There's internet nice in reality. I'm a found innocent person. Shannon, you're funny. Jeez, I'm not singing and dancing. Maybe singing. I like to sing. I don't think Disney would get rid of it. It's free advertising. They might restrict some things, but that's it. Yeah, exactly. But they'd still have advertising on The thing about it is they'd still have advertising when it comes to like vlogging. Because, whether it's all the big vloggers would still vlog. But how do you know the difference? Who's going to police that? How do you know if somebody's vlogging or if they're live streaming or if it's just a family that wants to take video for themselves, right? It could be the local, a family of 4 coming down for the holiday, or a husband and wife that don't have kids, that want to enjoy Disney, and they go in and they're filming each other in the parks because they want to have that memory. How's Disney going to know the difference? Well, are they going to walk up and say, "Are you streaming?" How do you do that? I do not think it can ever happen. It would be like not allowing camera. Exactly, Dave. That's exactly right. C. Jones says, I'm sure Disney has analytics of how the streamers benefit the park. Sure, streaming drives revenue. It does. I'm sure it drives revenue. Streamers are the best advertising they could ever get. Hands down, millions of people like us watching these streams every day. Of course. Absolutely. Right. Like Victor, when he streams or does all his recording. The other thing, too, is why... why would they want to? It doesn't. It would really have to be something where it's affecting them to the point where people are complaining and not coming back. You just can't stop it. Oh yeah, absolutely, Matt. Yep, absolutely. Took a lot of video when we were there last. A lot of people stopped me because they loved my rig. Nice, Animal Zone. That's awesome. Very good. Maybe they'd start tagging cameras that are approved for the day, but that means staff has to worry about that. As if, right? Exactly, Jason. I don't know what they would do, but anyway, that's their gig. All right, gang. Well, look, we are coming up on 9 o'clock. I went a little longer than I actually thought I was going to go. I thought I was only going to go for about 30 minutes, but I wanted to touch on that subject. And again, please, if you're in the parks, come up and say hi. If you want to hang with us, you're more than welcome to hang with Melissa and I. We love the company. I just feel bad because I'm on the stream and I can't really talk to you. Melissa will talk to you, and maybe for some that'll be okay. But for me, I'll be on the stream, but you're always welcome to come up. Please come up, say hi, let's take a picture, let's talk for a bit, and you're more than welcome to hang. If you say to us, and never think you're imposing. You're not. If you come up and we're talking, you say hi, we take a picture, and you're like, hey, do you mind if we hang with you for a little bit? You're always welcome, okay? I'm just giving you insight as to how, for me, it would be difficult for me to have a major conversation with somebody because I'm streaming it. That's all. But you're always more than welcome to come up. You're hearing it right here live, I'm telling you. I think streaming has made a huge impact on Disney. Look, before we started streaming, when there was only, back in the old days, when it was just Resort TV 1 and Jen, Earsome Emporium, and maybe, who was the other guy? Spokesman, if you remember who that was back then. It was only a couple of streamers that were doing it back then. Nobody rode People Mover. And then everybody started streaming and everybody was riding People Mover. And now People Mover is a popular ride. It's not Guardians of the Galaxy popular, but people ride it. And I think a lot of that has to do with social media. I think it has to do with YouTubers. I do. I think YouTube has really helped to promote a lot of rides. Streamers that are on for like 8 to 12 hours seem to me like out for the cash. I'd rather have Walt and Millis for a few hours and have genuine fun. Thank you for that. Yes, Shannon, I agree with that 100%. I don't know how they do it. And I don't know why. Why would anybody watch them for that many hours? Why? I'm not doing it. I don't even want to watch myself for 3 hours. I certainly don't want to watch anybody else. Yes, Joe, you're going to do more than say hi on September 9th. I'll just wave from afar. No. You better not, Vicky. You better come up and say hi. From Disney, but I don't think I have what it takes. Of course you do, Steve. Sorry, Steve. Of course you do. I am Periscope old. There's a lot of people out there. But anyway, please, I see, now I feel bad. You guys better come up and say hello when you're into parks. Vicky, you owe me a Small World ride now. Now you got to go. That's it. It's over with now. I'm holding you to it. All right, gang. Everybody have a good week. Tuesday night to Sanity. I don't know where we're going to be yet. I might go to the park. Don't hold me to it. I really would like to see the Starlight Parade again. So Tuesday night, we might go to Magic Kingdom and do the parade. So look for the thumbnail. We'll do our best with that. We'll see how it goes. Be there in just under 3 weeks. Good, Vicky. Let us know. Send us a message. Hope to see you guys when we're there next year. Yes, Mike, that would be great. Heather, Karen W., welcome in. Yes, please do. But anyway, Tuesday night, look for that. Next weekend, we'll have streams again. Other than that, gang, I hope everybody has a good week. Mods, great job. Thank you, all the members, for your extra generosity and loyalty. You guys are great. Anybody out there ninja watching, we know you're there. We appreciate you ninja watching as well. Other than that, gang, I hope everybody has a great week. We'll see you all soon. Melissa's home tomorrow, thank God. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and we will talk to you soon. Next week, Figment. And it's not your imagination. Bye, gang.